see a little silhouette of a man?
Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
Can you see the Theodore? It's a guitar.
It's the greatest guitar ever released. It's a new classic, a modern classic.
1957, the year of
The Strat.
Sir McCarty
Oh yeah.
came up with this beautiful
I was gonna
design.
say when the Strat got perfected.
The
Sorry.
Jazzmaster. No,
The Strat was 54, but the 57 Strat, that's the one. That's the one you want.
well, I was just feeling when the Jazzmaster came out, though, too. It's like sort of coming in. That's the guitar that completely replaced the Stratocaster, and there's no need for a Stratocaster or Telecaster anymore.
Send it into obscurity.
Dead.
People are going to be commenting as if we were serious.
There are. Because I remember we did. I'll get to the topic in a minute. I remember we did this video about like some great bands. This was like years ago.
We were like, we never heard of Cream or something. We were making fun of British bands.
You got it. And this one guy was like, "Oh yeah, what about Cream?" And it's like, did you not?
Because you were like, yeah, they've never had any great rock and roll bands in Britain or something like that. And the guy was like,
What?
Yeah, whatever.
Like, clearly,
Sir, you've never watched the channel before, obviously. Thanks for commenting.
The Brits unfortunately beat us as far as greatest bands. It's frustrating. But anyway, the Theodore is the newest reveal from the Gibson Custom Shop. Everyone sort of talked about it. We sort of waited till the ad sort of campaign is over. That was last week. Now we can just talk about it. And it's out, and the reviews are in. It's got a lot of this. You know, which is like can go like this or this, but mostly this probably. I didn't think it was horrible.
To me, it had sort of like Malcolm Young vibes, you know? Like the Gretsch double cut kind of.
I think I feel like it was strangely close.
But
the whole tulip thing does not work for me. I thought like it needed to have the horn not be sticking out on the top, where if it rolled over and connected like a single. And
well, I mean, this thing was so like basically it was a prototype they never released, correct?
Yeah, so we'll get into that now too. So it doesn't really matter what we think. It's just about the guitar.
Oh, it matters.
No, I mean like it was a guitar that came out. A lot of people were tracking. Like I was reading the thing on. I think it was. God, was it Peach Guitars post of it or something? The first comment that was up was like, "I'm just here for the comments," because it was funny. Because you go read it all, it's like people are like, "What the? Oh my lord! Holy cow! This is horrible!" Oh, like.
Well, I mean, you know, they came out. They've all sold, right? Like,
oh yeah,
they pretty much sold. So like that, you know, what our opinion doesn't matter because they all sold. To me, no one bought this guitar to like play it. You don't buy this guitar and be like, oh, my new gigging guitar. Let's go down to the pub on Saturday night.
Why would you buy this guitar?
Because you think that it is like a piece of history that's going to be collectible, that it's going to go up in value, is why I feel like I would see people buy this guitar.
Or like a severe edition Gibson fanboy that has the money. Like
that's true.
Like there's part of me that's like, man, like if I kind of like the looks of it, like the one that had the little red stripe in it. Maybe I don't. Are they relics? They're kind of a little bit VOS-y.
I'm not sure.
Like the pictures, I hope they're relics because all the pictures I looked at them, I don't have one in person. We can't get them; they're gone.
Cool.
All the pictures I saw they kind of looked like they were beat up a bit. So hopefully that's the case. Maybe it was just bad photos then. Which seems
I legitimately don't know. But they might have been.
No, it's a strange. Well, and then the reason we're even talking about it is it begs the question of like, should this guitar have been produced? Like, would Ted have wanted this guitar to have been built?
Right.
I was looking at this as akin to like all these recordings and rehearsals of Jimi Hendrix's being released.
And you're like, there's a reason that he didn't put out these tapes.
Well, sometimes he's just jamming with his boys, having a good time, and it's like this isn't. I mean, I get it. We all want to have the historical record of everything he ever did,
right? Because
he's amazing. I think his family's estate is releasing it just to make money.
To cash in, yeah.
Obviously,
of course.
Because there's no. I mean, Jimi Hendrix's kids aren't really
last recording, the new last recording, secret last recording found.
It's like
50. It's like Kiss's farewell concert.
It's like or
the Eagles
or the football that dude was it Tom Brady's football they bought for like the last touchdown football for $500,000. Whoops.
$518,000.
Tom, you got to give this guy the real last football from next season. You got he did it for charity and just give it to him.
Maybe they should put it on Rally and let people invest.
I was gonna punch you for that.
Too soon.
Rally is past now. I moved past that. But we are talking about Gibson again. Darn it. Can we just have come on Gibson? Can we just have completely positive things you do that we can talk about this? Because this isn't like a negative. It's not a positive. It's just like a thing.
It's nothing. It's just a thing.
And we're talking about it. And
Gibson
likes that. I think people like to be talked about.
when you say that, it's funny because it's a win. All the things with Gibson, like no matter what, we're constantly talking about Gibson. So that has to be like in a W category for Gibson, right?
I know.
Because we constantly care.
I still think their best product release in the past few years has been the Jared James Nichols Epiphone single pickup.
Because it's awesome.
I think it's the best guitar they released in years. Like I'm
darn
talking
good.
like custom shop all the way down to if you have to like do like a net judging of everything. They paired it with the right artist.
They did.
The guitar is good. I played it, and I'm not like looking at it for like this fret sprouting or anything. It's like, well, it's an Epiphone. It might.
It's just awesome, but
cool.
it's just a really solid, cool guitar.
guitar.
Think that's cooler and bigger than the Murphy Lab? I mean, obviously they're different like tiers, different sort of leagues of guitars, but
there's something about that Jared James. I mean, the Murphy Lab's still in its infancy. Yeah, so let's see what happens there because they had some hiccups on the launch.
That's true.
But this guitar too is like the Theodore. I just don't know if he would have a design in this like from original design all the way to creation of guitar. For these genius guys, it took a long time sometimes.
Well, yeah, like you wonder how many prototypes there were before we get to what we got.
I mean, we know the Les Paul. Les Paul himself did not want that guitar released when it was released. But Gibson, the marketing machine, had to get it out because they had to start selling a product so the Telecaster wouldn't just crush them. And so they were getting out, and like that came with that crazy bridge that's like almost unplayable. And Les Paul's like, "Ay, oy vey, what have you done?" And
they're like, we're 2 years behind. We got to go.
We got to get out, and they finally get it fixed, and then it becomes one of the most iconic and greatest guitars ever built. But it took years, and so this is a guitar that's gonna be released. It's a thing. It would probably need some more repairs, but it's just a slab cut, put together, bam, and but it's cool. It's kind of cool looking. It's got the Explorer headstock on it.
It's better than remember the Modern. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like,
that did nothing for me.
Yeah.
It's
or like the reversed V things.
That is a travesty in every way. But the fact that guitars are getting so expensive, we've talked about this a lot, about these older guitars, like this guitar is being bought as an investment for a lot of folks. I think it's a smart investment. I think you're going to do well.
It's probably true.
It's a limited run.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen some of these 1983 Fender basses now, like the gold one with a weird pickup. I think it's $3,000 to $4,000 now.
Good Lord.
For just a production bass. And I'm like, wow. Because I was looking at price comps for it. I was helping a gentleman online just because he has one. He was trying to, how much is my bass worth? I was like, I mean,
$600. Whoa, God, $3,000.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was that 4 years ago. I mean, I'll give you $400 for it. Like, never mind.
There is stuff now that walks in that I think, oh yeah, it's, and then I've started looking. I'm like, oh God, this is worth. People are paying for these things. Oh Jesus, yeah.
It's a crazy, crazy world out there, and that's where I don't think McCarty's would have wanted this guitar to be built. Probably, I don't think Ted would have been like, yeah, it's ready. It was probably something he just sketched once, and they took the sketch like, cool,
got it,
done. He drew this flower,
stick a fork in it,
and we're gonna put an Explorer neck on it because this is what's up.
I mean,
But I mean, don't get me wrong. 1957, it has sort of that. I was gonna say Rory Gallagher. That's not the person I was thinking. Raymond Lowry is what I wanted to say, but Rory Gallagher is what came to my mind first. Totally different. Raymond Lowry, Rory Gallagher. Raymond Lowry is the master of industrial design of this sort of 50s and 40s period, sort of the freight trains we saw that were so gorgeous back then, and then the locomotives and the cars. He was the guy. He designed great interior design stuff. Never got mainstream as much as the interior design like the Ameses did, but he phenomenal design. Lots of plastics too in his furniture, very 50s style. But his cars and trains, and airplanes, amazing. So this starts to touch into that, and I forgot if those two could have had a baby together. Oh yeah, what a beautiful guitar.
There you go.
This one almost reminds me of Prince.
I did. It does kind of have that vibe about it, right?
Like a nerfed down Prince guitar. Yeah. The Cloud.
Right.
Has been hardwired. I would get the guitar if we were Gibson dealers. I'd probably be like, yeah, I might keep one. They're kind of rad.
Be kind of cool.
It's like when the Noel Gallagher came out. If we were Gibson dealers, I'd be in so much more trouble.
Oh, you would be.
Because Noel Gallagher's gonna keep this, and maybe.
You'd have all sorts of strange, random things.
I know, I like strange random things. You'd be in trouble too, though.
Yeah, probably.
Like this should be the start of your 335 collection.
God. Yeah,
I know.
That's true.
That blue one they have, that blue 335 color.
It's pretty sweet.
It's like the candy apple blue.
Yes.
That's it. I love that color. But let us know your thoughts. Let us, if you got one of these guitars, I would love to hear from you, and let us know how it sounds, how it plays, because I bet it's pretty gnarly. It seems like it might be like weighted weird.
Right.
But I'd like to know how it sounds.
And why you bought it. Did you buy it because you're a crazy Ted McCarty fan? Are you a crazy Gibson fan? Are you going to play it? That'd be interesting to see in the comments as well. So
It's like the Hot Wheels collectors.
just like the Hot Wheels collectors.
Get your Hot Wheels while you can. Anything else you want to talk about? Besides,
about
besides guitars? Yeah. Maybe just let everybody go home.
Just, I mean, we could.
Go home, play your guitars. Let us know your thoughts. Click subscribees again, and bellsies,
Likesies.
and likesies. That was childish.
Likesies.
We're gonna go cause some ruckus and see what's happening in the guitar world now after this.
Ruckus and
I'm gonna get on
mayhem.
the phone with those guys at Taylor Guitars right now, I think too, a little
good
bit. Oh no, that's another manufacturer today. I forgot who I'm talking to today. That was yesterday.
Who could know?
I'm so confused. I don't even know where I am. Anyway, thank you so much. Casino Guitars signing.
Goodbye.